my two separate lives became harder and harder to keep separate. The life that I lived inside of church was not the life that I lived outside of church. It was so difficult to live both ways that finally I just decided that I didn't want to live the Christian life anymore. I didn't want to be involved in church. I didn't want to be involved with my friends from a Christian college, and I just wanted to be outside of the church for a while. I left my Christian college and decided that I wanted to live out in the world, outside of church, outside of what I had grown up being taught or believing in. When I got home from Alabama, a couple of weeks went by and I realized that I was pregnant. I kept this news to myself for 5.5 months because I was afraid that I would be judged by people and ridiculed and dismissed by all my friends and even some of my family. I wasn't prepared to live with the consequences of the decision that I had made. It seemed like abortion was the only answer that I had because I thought that this pregnancy would ruin my life. I wrestled between the decision to save my own image or to save this baby that was growing inside of me. It wasn't until I was babysitting a small little girl when I was 5.5 months pregnant that I realized there was a connection between this baby I was holding and the fact that I had a baby, a life growing inside of me, and I could no longer deny the fact that there was a life growing inside of me. It was at that point that God made this pregnancy very real to me, that He opened my eyes to see that this wasn't just a bunch of cells, that this was a life living inside of me. And that's when I decided that I wanted to go with adoption. I walked in and was greeted with love and comfort and understanding, and it was the first time that I hadn't felt so alone. Angie and Joe set up my adoption consultation, and throughout my adoption process, they were supporting me through classes and prayer and just showing me the love of Jesus in a time of crisis. Katie is now 7 and has a little sister who's also adopted. She lives with her parents who love her, and I could not have picked a better set of parents for her. God really blessed me by putting them into my life. Now we do Christmas presents, we do birthday presents. I get stuff for Mother's Day. All these things wouldn't be possible if I would have made the decision to protect my own self-image. Heartline is hope for girls who are pregnant and don't know where else to turn. Heartline has not only made a difference in my life and thousands of other lives of women, but it's made a difference in the life of a 7-year-old girl who might not be here otherwise.